I was really looking forward to watching Ginger the Juvey. As Told by Ginger is one of the shows on my list of shows that I grew up with where I want to revisit the first episode to see what the nostalgia's like. And I do have fond memories of As Told by Ginger, so I thought I'd check this one out, and I'm pleased to say the episode is really enjoyable, amazing voice cast, and I actually kind of remember this one. When I sat down to watch it, I couldn't remember it, but as the narrative progressed, I began to have a few specific memories. Ginger the Juvey is, of course, the first episode of the first season of As Told by Ginger, and there won't be spoilers in this discussion, but I will explain briefly what happens, and I'll also have a quick look at the voice cast, because the voice cast is pretty fabulous. Ginger has been invited to Courtney's surprise birthday party. I won't go into the whys or anything about that, but she gets it into her head that she needs to give the perfect gift. This is because of something Miranda said to her, and she's agonizing over what this gift will be. And she does eventually get an idea. I won't say what it is, but she has some important lessons to learn, and there are some really good messages in here about priorities and not doing things you shouldn't do just because you're worried about how people will perceive you. Obviously, she's worried about giving a bad gift because she thinks everybody will be horrible to her and make fun of her for giving Courtney a terrible gift, and she doesn't want to get on the wrong side of Courtney either. So I think that this is definitely applicable to pretty much anybody of Ginger's age or thereabouts. Maybe older adults or older viewers as well, but I feel like when you're younger, you do have this pressure to get your friend this great gift, particularly if you're going to a birthday party and the birthday person is going to be opening the gifts with everybody watching. You don't want to give a lame gift, but I think there's a balance to be had, and this is what Ginger has to learn. It becomes very dramatic, I'll say that, but I won't go into more detail, but it definitely is quite dramatic and a little far-fetched, but very, very well done. I thought the narrative played out brilliantly, and I rather enjoyed it. And as I said, there was definitely some nostalgia for me too, which I wasn't expecting in terms of specifics of the narrative. So very, very pleasantly surprised. The animation is brilliant as well. Visually, it is just gorgeous. The animation is a little rough, but in a way that's rather charming, and I rather liked that a lot. There were some characters I'd actually forgotten about. For example, Hoodsey, completely forgotten about Hoodsey, and when I saw these characters, it just gave me this complete rush of nostalgia. Absolutely adored it. And then we have the voice cast. We have Melissa Disney voicing Ginger. We also have Tress MacNeille, Cree Summer, Kath Soucie. Fabulous voice cast, and that just made me rather happy as well. So I enjoyed it. Judging it, if I were watching it for the first time, I would say it's a good start. I feel like we get a good introduction to the different characters and their personalities and the kind of person Ginger is. And I think based on this first episode, it's clear to see that Ginger is a pretty average individual. She's not completely popular, but she has friends. She's not isolated from everybody, but she wants to be perceived in a positive way. And I think she represents the average individual. And I think that that's definitely a great approach. And obviously, judging it from a nostalgic perspective, I adored it. I adored every second of it. Will I watch more? Maybe. Not immediately. But I might come back to this one at some point. I rather enjoyed As Told by Ginger growing up, and Ginger the Juvey now was just an absolute delight. If you grew up with the show, and maybe you can't remember too many specifics, absolutely check out this first episode. It's brilliant. A really strong start to the series, and I think one day I'll probably check out some more.